In this video, I want to talk to you about how I was able to lose weight in a healthy way and without even trying to lose weight and without intensive exercise, really any exercise at all, without any gimmicks or products or anything you got to spend money on. These are just simple, natural, healthy ways that I found in my journey of health to naturally lose weight. I wasn't even trying to lose weight, and I lost weight. So I want to share that with you, give you some tips and advice. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing for more great plant-based advice and tips and help. And if you find this video useful, like it and comment below and share it. That really helps to get the message out and for me to provide this info to you for free. Again, there's nothing to buy. This is all just everything I've learned in my experience. Okay? And I also want to mention that the exact amount of weight that I lost was approximately 15 pounds, and that may not sound like an extreme amount, but consider, like, I'm already very small framed person. When I started, I weighed like 140 or 145. So for me, it was like a tremendous difference. So if, had I already been overweight, 200 or 300 something pounds, I mean, that could have easily been a lot more weight that I lost, right? And I actually had to start eating and changing some of my habits in order to actually try to gain weight, because I had lost so much weight unintentionally that even family members and whatnot had noticed. And I was becoming actually a little bit underweight based on the charts and everything. So I actually purposely tried to gain weight back. That's how powerful it was. Okay, so I'll start at the beginning with my very first strategy that I used. And again, I wasn't trying to lose weight. It was more for health and, at the time, spiritual reasons. And what I did was something called intermittent fasting. And this was before I ever became plant-based. And I was, back in college and a younger person. And I was actually eating actually a lot of fast food and bad foods and frozen dinners and things like that. Not cooking for myself at all. All right, and I did find, though, that one thing that actually kept me decently healthy despite what I ate and having very low amounts of exercise was intermittent fasting. I credit it to intermittent fasting. At one point, I was doing one meal a day, and then I kind of graduated more to 2 meals a day. But when I would eat my meals, I would just eat completely unhealthy. I would eat pretty much whatever I wanted, fast food, and I would just like drink tons of sweet tea or soda, something I would just go to like a buffet or something, and I would like eat for the day as cheap as I could, and I would just fill myself up. But I think I still maintained a pretty healthy level of health and weight management because of the intermittent fasting. And this is before it was ever like a trend on TED Talk or anything. Now you can see science has caught up, and there's a lot of evidence, and you can find TED Talks and everything about intermittent fasting and all the benefits of it. People who do like one meal a day, I've read, and have gotten weight loss from that. And there's also just enormous other health benefits that come with intermittent fasting, or just fasting in general. Fasting is in the Bible. So it was a spiritual practice, and it's good to cleanse our bodies, and just for a lot of reasons, I really advise it. I think if you are going to not change your diet and you're going to eat however you want, intermittent fasting is what I would say is what you need to do. I've even seen like personal fitness trainers on Instagram and stuff who will just eat one meal a day, and they'll eat 4,000 calories of pizza or whatever they want, and they brag that they still say stay healthy. And it's because intermittent fasting, it's a good powerful tool. Okay, so when I graduated away from intermittent fasting, as I got married and I couldn't really live that life as much, and I wasn't like going and splurging on fast food and everything. I was starting to like cook our own meals, and I went plant-based. My wife was vegetarian, and so I cut out a lot of meat, and I started eating a lot more salads, and just trying to eat. I would drink green smoothies every day for lunch, and I just started researching a lot about just healthy foods and what's healthy foods, and looking at eating a lot more fruits and vegetables. And you know, I started to lose weight with that. I remember the very first month was a little hard with my stomach. I think it's because I was eating so much more fiber, and I didn't have, from the research I did, this was a little bit common. I think you don't have the right bacteria built up in your system of good bacteria to digest all the fiber. So it can give a little bit of stomach troubles because you have trouble digesting. But once I got over that, I was fine. I felt better than I had before, um, and I lost weight doing that. And that was like my second round of kind of weight loss. And so that's my second tip, is to go plant based. Um, if you want to lose weight naturally, not have to do tons of exercise, is to go plant based, because you're just, when you start eating a lot more fiber, and you get that fiber fills you up. Those fruits and vegetables, they don't have as many calories, so it's a healthier way to eat, and you will definitely, I would think, lose weight. Okay. Um, the next transition I made, and this is my third tip for losing weight, was eventually we watched a documentary called Game Changers, and so we decided to go vegan, because it shows that you can still be vegan or almost fully vegan, and you can still get all the protein and everything that you actually need from eating plants. So that was cool. So we started doing that, almost completely vegan, and you know, I started losing weight again, like even more weight. And it's not surprising, because Harvard came out with a study, and I can link to that below in my blog. And um, they compared the low-fat vegan diet versus a control diet, and the low-fat vegan diet blew the control diet out of the water for weight loss. The control diet, they didn't lose any weight, but the vegan diet was like 12 pounds, I think it was, in 6 weeks or 3 months. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact numbers, but it was a good amount, right? And the reason being is you are getting a lot less calories. There's a lot of calories that are in meats, like with saturated fats, and in dairy, and stuff like that. So you're replacing it with lower calorie foods. That's the first step, right? And then the second thing that's causing you to lose weight is what they found was a thermic effect. So when you're eating more fiber actually burns 10% more calories when your body is just digesting it than any other food. So your body is going to naturally be burning more calories. So, and then the third reason people were losing weight is they found that, well, this is tied to the first reason. They found that on average, they were eating, on the vegan diet, were eating 130 less calories per day without even trying to. And this is compared to just a regular control group. So anyways, I never, when I went plant-based, I never starved myself, because I'm not trying to lose weight. It just happened. And And then when I went vegan, and it was like even more of a weight loss, and that's when I got to the point where I had to like actually force myself to eat more, and I had to start eating more oils like olive oil and higher calorie foods, and working out like muscle building exercises to try to increase my weight back up, which eventually I did. Um, and I remember watching, there's another YouTuber who talked about, I think his first year that he went vegan, people were concerned because he was underweight too, you know. So it's a learning curve. You don't really know what to eat at first, you know. So you got to kind of learn like what foods I can start incorporating and how to cook them, um, you know. But you'll get there. But if you're trying to lose weight, that's not a problem. That's your goal, right? So anyway, those are my three main ways that I lost weight personally without even trying, without intensive exercise. I'm not an intensive exercise person. I do from occasion to occasion, but just with my lifestyle, I usually don't have a lot of time to exercise, honestly. I did walk a lot, a fair amount, during one of those periods, but that was the most of my exercise. So, anyways, let me know if you have any questions or comments below. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope this is useful for you.